Seems like I'm hearing the fan a bit louder with the laptop than usual. I mean, I don't notice it when I'm playing videos, but so hello everybody. Yes, our dog is very hyper, extra hyper today, both with his ball and now he knows I'm podcasting and wants to be involved. And we love you, but how about we just let the viewers have the involvement and you lay down and be quiet? How's that for an idea? Good thing nobody tuned in and didn't misinterpret that. You're going to be out of these things soon. I'll have to get more. But anyway, so there was something I was going to say kind of before jumping into the topic. There was something I was thinking of to say. Oh, just that just as I was about to start this, we've had the door open for probably, and I am a smidgen chilly actually. We've had the door open for probably the back door, like the inside door, probably about 20 or 30 minutes. And it is fairly windy out. I don't know if it's as windy as yesterday. I haven't been out a ton. Well, I was out a bit this morning and then briefly on the deck, but it doesn't seem like it is, but it's still pretty windy. Anyway, and basically, and the screen's open. And the other day it was kind of blowing it open from the inside, which was kind of weird. But there was, it was just quiet and fine. And then just a few moments before I started the video, and I'm not supernatural in the sense of thinking that this is a scary thing or not, or anything like that. Like, I mean, I believe it was, the angels let me know that they are here with me in the podcast, whether, until other people are here and even still. So, but anyway, yes, the door started creaking. The other day, a few videos ago, 2 or 3 maybe, it's one of the longer ones, I think. I mean, a lot of them are because I have usually a lot of free time. You've already gotten a thing and you need to behave. But you know what? I'm going to let the dog go up to his crate. But unfortunately, I feel like I have to. Okay, you know what? I know I just started, but just a moment. Okay. At 3-minute mark. He's fine. He's had water. He's had food. He's had exercise. Now I just want to go lay in the crate. And that's running around. It's sunny and nice, but I find it too chilly personally. Hold on, cause I'm coming. Hey, hey. Yeah, I'm coming in. And here I am. Sorry to leave right near the beginning of that. Sometimes distractions pop up, and sometimes you just have to address them. So welcome if it's your in the viewer left. So probably not someone who's been on the channel familiar before, but actually my normal hat. I don't know which one I like better, to be honest. I hate to leave again. I just sat down, and just because I also do. But my normal hat may actually be my preference, and it's in with some. It just finished probably in the dryer a few minutes ago. Anywho, I was mentioning another just before I kind of get into the topic and also do some music. If you have song requests, also welcome to the channel if you've never been, and you'll have so maybe not. But anywho, um, the other day, I mean, I know this, so I kind of feel like why mention it unless there's somebody here engaging and watching, because otherwise it's just saying it. Which maybe it kind of is anyway, but it'd be cool to see what people, be cool for other people to see it. What I experienced the other day in my podcast. Um, um, kind of want to wait until those people here, at least one or two. One, I mean, not just gonna sit here and wait for a second one if there's one, one here getting something from it, you know what I mean? From it, something getting. I don't know. Chapstick if you're wondering, chapstick if you're not. I also just thought of something I really, really quickly want to do. Whoops. Oh, okay. No, that's me. And for some reason, that's kind of odd. Maybe because it's longer, but guy seems smart enough. But I commented guys saw the other day, and my first comment I said I tried to put this last night, but it didn't stick. Let's just see if it does this one first. Got a heart, and then right after I put the other one, and it didn't get a reaction. But that's okay. Well, maybe it's good reason. I wasn't saying it to you, by the way. Just so you know, I was saying it to our viewers who are not here. Anywho, but let me just see this. Oh, right. I have that at a certain spot. If he remembers that there was the other one he didn't see yet, or maybe he meant to react to it, I don't know. I just had about maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 to 10 lines. He said maybe sounds like he works a lot and whatever. So I'm very curious what he does, and he's got a very great employer. But I'm tempted to. I just put here that you know what I'm going to do? Okay, and I think I did open this in another tab. I'm just going to very quickly go here. I don't know who he reminds me of. I think it's a little bit of. Because he didn't put a comment, I don't know if he'd get notified that I commented on the stream. And Grandma Lynn is still rolling. Crazy. Wild. Anyway, she's been rolling for hours, it feels like. And sometimes one is. So there won't be too much to start noise in the background. It may even be an accompanying musician if I think of more songs. I've thought of two. One I've covered recently. Actually, both of them I've covered kind of recently, but I might cover them again. Although I don't know if I'd say they're ones to do with G, the other person on this channel. But if you suggest other songs, maybe those ones will be. So yes, again, curious how you came across the video, if it's your first time on the channel, where you're watching from, if you'd like to say, and welcome. So we'll do some music. I've been wanting to podcast most of the morning, but I was watching somebody's live stream, and I've been trying to get some ideas. like I say, I have thought of a couple songs I'll probably do, but you may have also clicked in because of the title. And I haven't thought about it a lot, what I want to say, but um, it was inspired by another person I started following recently who opened up a little bit about his journey um, in life, and how it connects with his music and that, which I was starting to get the sense of it. And you know, sometimes people get handed hard, uh, you know, difficult difficulties. But then other times, maybe they make certain choices that maybe are also is helpful for them. But I wanted to mention it because, he was mentioning how debilitating his disabilities are. I mean, we can't judge, because, you could look at me or you could look at this individual or lots of other people and think they're young, they seem healthy, but you don't know what they've been through. And I mean, if I was to share myself, because I have mentioned, being, having disabilities a couple times, but I've not really elaborated. Basically, I have at least slightly anemia, celiac, um, mild mental health stuff, but so many people do these days, right? Um, a bit of a back condition. I often have sore knees. And I think the only one I'm forgetting at this point is chronic fatigue syndrome. And these things, they can connect to each other, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. I've been happy that we've, since just starting this video today, a few minutes in, somebody's been here for a few minutes. Um, but yeah, these things can certainly connect with each other, these conditions, and sometimes cause each other, unfortunately. And it's really quite sad. It's sad when anybody has them, but it's especially sad when somebody, it comes to mind to say it this way, young and otherwise um, vital, is that the word I'm looking for? Um, has these struggles. It can really affect quality of life. I mean, sure, you may still, have a good family and friendship circle or whatever. You may not, or you may be going through a point in your life where you don't. And that doesn't make it easier in some ways, but also it is less. I mean, there's always the internet too, right? I don't know. It's what are your thoughts on it? Um, what else to say about it on this topic? One other thing that kind of comes to mind is, so many people, and I understand wanting to zone out when you're out and about sometimes. But so many people are looking at their phones and whatever, or zoning out themselves. Uh, but it makes me think of like bus people that ride buses or even maybe trains, and how most people would notice if it was an elderly person or somebody with a, I guess you would call it, people like to call them visible or invisible disabilities or handicaps. Although if you recognize it, it's not really in the person. It's not really invisible either way, unlike the person that was here for a few minutes. But anyway, um, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like when people say, "Oh, um, I think I've heard people say you can't see anxiety and depression." Are you serious? You can't tell when someone is coming across with anxious feelings or is feeling low? I mean, is it just because I have it? I don't think so. I think or because I've experienced those kind of things. No, I think they are fairly noticeable if you're aware, and maybe that comes with being self-aware. That's maybe where it starts. I don't know. I mean, everybody's tries to kind of be aware of those around them or that they are coming in contact with, because you're trying to process, out of curiosity, out of, does this seem like a comfortable person? We it's just a human thing, Um, do I have things in common? What can I learn from them? I mean, we all have things in common with each other. We also may also have a lot of differences, but I mostly like to believe that we're all more alike than we are different. Um, but oh, he went there and then he went back there. Yeah, it's kind of like um, yeah. Trying to decide if this is a good point now to jump into the songs, even though there's nobody here, because somebody might come in partway in or whatever. And I believe that I'm musically talented enough to kind of hold someone's attention, and it might do so more than just my yammering. Not that I, saying unworthwhile things. Um, oh, I am gonna. It's probably cooled off by now, but I heated up some coffee to have with lunch. It was before 12 at that time. It's not now, but I really didn't have much. I feel like I need a sip or two just to kind of give me a bit of a jolt and a bit of warmth. And then I don't know. I'm trying to decide how I want to go about, or if I want to go about doing the two songs I'm thinking of. And it's not that I hate them. In fact, there is one. I guess there's three songs I'm thinking of. There's one I think I will for sure do. The other two, interesting for you to put it that way this time, but you ain't wrong. I was just briefly at Maxie's and I was looking for some of the usual suspects, so to speak, and I didn't see you there. But you're here, so thank you. Glad to have you here. Remember to hit like. I know that you will like it, at least for some ways. I hope that you've made. It's getting close to when you've made that fashion video you were talking about too. By the way, eh? And is it Sunday or Monday where you're at? Oh, you did, eh? Tell me what you really think of him. Your deepest thoughts about Maxie. I'm curious. um, okay, so have you posted it? Um, Anywho, so I'm gonna do at least one song. If you have song requests, feel free. It does seem on like you and I understand this struggle somewhat too, or maybe one that struggles to think of song suggestions. Um, because I don't believe you've given me many in the past, from what I recall. But I'm always happy to have you here. Deepest thoughts. Well, what about his accent or his vibes in general? General vibes. So yes, I'm gonna heat up some coffee and figure out where to put the laptop while I do so. Oh, how are you? With headphones on, I guess. What are you on a train for? That's so funky. I was just mentioning buses and trains and plane trains and automobiles a moment ago before you came in. What are you in training for? Okay. What I'm getting at is I bet you a lot of people also have a crush on him. That's the other thing I'm getting at. But anyway. But yeah, all the above. Some of the blue. Just kidding. Anywho, so I'm going to do an Ed Sheeran song in a moment. I don't know how many Ed Sheeran songs, but if you do have a song request, feel free to make it. I am thinking I'm going to go and get my other hat. I don't mind this hat. I don't know if I like how I look in it as much as my other one, and it rides up and then it goes to this funny thing on the top, which is a style, I guess, and I maybe don't hate it. I just don't know if I like it on me. And I like to keep my earsies covered. Traveling to my cousin's, it's 4 hours. And how many hours are you into it? Where is that at? Let's not talk about cousins. Most of mine are in heaven, and one's estranged. But anyway, don't forget to press like. I'm just going to go get that hat. And I think you said that you've seen the flutist, who is home right now. But I want to do this before, hopefully before somebody else tunes in, because you're the only one here at the moment. So, okay, I'll be right back after this massages. Yeah, Oh, thanks for the like. Looks like you're still here, or somebody is anyway. It was one of the last things wrapped in a bunch of sheets. So now I'm wearing a nicely fresh hat, which makes all the difference sometimes, doesn't it? Welcome to the. Okay, it said two there, and then one left, and then looks like On is still here. You were trying always to remember this way. I was. Angelique and Roland and Julie and thoughts of them. But no, I'm going to do a song. I don't know how popular it is as an Ed Sheeran song, actually, called Old Phone. In fact, what I'd love to do is I want to try and get more creative with these videos, although I'm not real savvy in that way. I mean, sometimes I think too, and I can easily figure out doing thumbnails, like images, like a photo. But I would love to do maybe just a video of that song, or at least that song as an intro, and just kind of have my old phone showing, maybe even with something on the screen. I don't know. It seems like it'd be fitting to this song, of which I'm going to do in a moment. But yes, if you have other song requests, feel free. And let's head over to the piano. Actually, I suppose you haven't seen me much on the guitar, and last time I did do it on the piano. I've now got this guitar with its old strings and just its oldness in general sounding fairly decent. As far as the main topic, until other people say things on it, I'm not really sure I have any further thoughts about the topic, which doesn't feel quite right. Like, it feels like there should be more, but it's only 12:47. My goodness, it feels like it's 1 or 2. Anywho, so I'm going to do this one, and I think what I might do is just drag this. I don't want to be distracted. Oh, and then, yeah. Do you know any Chaperone by any chance? They're very popular right now. I think I know about 2 or 3 of their songs. And then, actually, I'm also kind of curious if you're into the K-pop animation thing. I call it DH. And if you know, I know. Because not to sound funny in saying this, but it is kind of created from, well, you might not be in the Asian background, you're just living in Asia. But I don't know, have you ever heard of the K-pop DH For instance, the song Golden. I'm very tempted to try and do it. Oh, I brought the stuff over there thinking I was going to be playing the piano, but I think I'm going to do the guitar. So, I just want to get to know ya. Da, 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 da. Sorry, I'm just getting the stuff I brought over here. Yes, if you have any particular songs you think would be good on the flute, feel free to request them. K-pop, it's a style, but it's also the show. For the, and I don't know if it's anime or just animated, which is, I believe, where the word anime comes from. That Golden song, it sure is fun to sing. And hey, for Hunting the Demon and Killing them, that's all good. Taylor Swift just introduced her new album. I don't know if I know that much Taylor Swift songs, believe it or not. Maybe a couple of them. Anyway, I'm going to do Old Phone, as mentioned. Wow, I was able to open that on the small screen. When now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things open. I have that Chaperone one open here, I guess. No, where is it? And I'm going to put them in the same window. I'm surprised that it's showing all of those open at the same time. But for some reason, okay, here we are. Yeah, so that's 2 I might do. I'm unsure whether I want to do Golden. Did you know? I think it's Taylor Swift actually that I recently learned was Cuban, and that Cuban does not just look, I hope I'm saying this right, Latin. They can also look African. You know, you go to a cultural event and you learn things. Now, I don't like the way that my hair's looking at the moment without my hat. I did recently trim my bangs. I used to be able to pull my bangs in front of my face and they were long. But the one night when I was trying to sleep, because I don't sleep with my hat on, it kept getting in my face, and I just, middle of the night, took some scissors and it kind of gave an interesting look, but it also kind of makes it frizzy, like I have, like, I don't know, some sort of bird or whatever. Yeah, I burn, oh burn, William Hung. I'm always kind of banging, but you know. But which would be a good segue actually to that song. Maybe I'll do a little bit of it. I'm just kind of getting back to doing the guitar, so I really haven't done much with the guitar. Again, there's 2 words in this, and you know, we were watching a show earlier, and there was somebody that did something, so we decided to look at a different episode, and then it came up as a topic, and it's not even the main theme. But I found a way to look at the theme of this song in a comfortable way, and it really is a fun one to sing. Do I have it open somewhere else? Because it's being slow to reopen. I think I did, but when I covered it on the piano, I closed it. Well, why don't I do the other ones first then? I was hoping to segue into this one and do this one, but we'll do the other ones first. What I am thinking, I don't want music to, well, I'm going to open this door because at least there'll be a bit of air coming from the bottom door. It's definitely too cool to, okay, it opened, did it? Nope. Okay. I just saw the black of the YouTube window stuff, and I thought, the site I use has that too. Okay, let's get on with it, why don't we, right? So what time of day is it there? It didn't get that hot, but that's okay because I don't want much of it. Okay, so I'm going to start with, as we get a second person here, welcome. Maybe On can ask some of my usual questions when people come in, because I'm about to start the song. And I just feel like I'm doing it all the time because, you know, there's always new people. And wow, That does remind me of another song I recently did. Leaving on a midnight train to Georgia. Anywho, let's do this one. Old phone, Ed Sheeran. I just went to the tab and I'm just waiting for it to show up. Maybe I'll do a song that I have by memory. A song that I don't play it often, but it's one of those songs that I've learned, or yeah, I guess I've learned. Sometimes I don't even really feel like I'm learning them. I'm just pulling up the music and playing them. And reminds me of a conversation I was having with a fellow musician the other day, who was kind of saying, or yeah, just basically how it seems like, you know, that's the way I prefer, as opposed to sounding like I'm just kind of, hi, Manga, how are you? Good to see you again, and thanks for putting that nice comment. Commented one of your videos, by the way. Anywho, I haven't played this much since tuning it, although you can see just how old this string looks. This string is so old. How old is it? That it's turning green. Isn't that a song? A lyric? Is it Royals, maybe? I'd love to play the other one, but it needs strings changed, and I don't know what G would say about that. Anyway, I'm gonna try and ignore that, and it's because of the stuff that's in the strings. I don't know what you call it, other than metal or steel, or I don't know. They're guitar strings to me, and that's the main thing. Okay, we've only got one of it here at the moment, but two of you liked. So who do we got currently? And hopefully the other one will come back, as they often do. Okay, so yeah, but I've been playing guitar for a long time. So even though I've been away from it for a while, now it says two, welcome. I think I still got it. So okay. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't want it to get on my hands, but I'm sure it'll just wash off. Okay, it looks like it's just you here right now. I'm just going to start with this one because it did load. And it's just so fun. And hopefully I'll do it decently. I was a ghost. I was alone. Wait, sorry. Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe. I was the queen that I meant to be. I lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Called a problem child because I got too wild. Now that's how I'm getting paid. Keep living on stage. I'm hiding. Now I'm shining. What I'm born to be. Dreaming hard, so far. Now I believe. Thanks for the heart. We're going up. We're going up, up, up. It's a moment. In the hundreds. You better. Together we're golden. Gonna be golden. Oh, up with my voices. I can't say that foreign word. Gonna be golden. Okay, that's good. This is distracting me at the corner of my eye. I appreciate it. Now I'm shining. I'm born to be. Our time, no fear, no lies. We're born to be. Wanted so long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Where these patterns are all in the past now, finally they all see. Celebrate. It's ironic how many celebrations you're hitting there. Come on to be a hundred voices strong, and I believe we're going up. It's a moment we're all gonna be glowing, gonna be golden. Oh, up, it's the voices, gonna be golden. And then it repeats that part again, and then we're gonna be golden. We're gonna be golden. It's our time, no fears, no lies, we're born to be. Something like that. It is, yeah. I'm just gonna put the rest of my coffee in the fridge, and then I'll come back and do this Sharon song. I would really love, maybe I'll just have him do a little bit on his own. The piano. If you have any songs you think would be specifically good with flute or piano and flute, and or with my voice and possibly guitar, these are the combinations we have most accessible to us at the moment. And you're welcome to make song requests. And thanks for that was wonderful. Okay, old phone. Grab the tissues. You might need them. And feel the feels. Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. Yeah. Okay. I think we can all relate to this one as well. Or we can all relate to this one is what I'm trying to say. Auto scroll, please. Okay. It looks like I'm going to have to reload the page. Whoops. Okay, and then it opens in its own, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to see what got coming in here. It was wonderful. Which reminds me, I covered Eric Clapton's Wonderful recently. Also, welcome to our third viewer. Somebody want to say my usual questions? I just feel like I'm saying them every time because there's always new people. And I podcast almost every day. But yeah, welcome. And to have song requests if you'd like. If there's anything on the title of the video that you'd like to talk about, we can go back to that for a little bit because maybe that's why you clicked on it. Otherwise, we're here doing music. You see how well people have memorized my spiel. I mean, one of you has only seen one of my other videos, to my knowledge. And then the other one's been a regular for a while. And I think I realized what may have happened with Sheila, by the way, if you were here when I was talking about her, although I think that was actually two newbies that were here that day. But anyway, here we go. I found my old phone today in a box that I had. So I'm going to start again in a moment here. Okay, here we go. I kind of want to have both in view at the same time, both the streaming, the video page and the song, but I'll be more focused if I do it this way. I found my old phone to slow down the scroll. Hey, in a box that I had hidden away. Nostalgia trying to lead me astray. Maybe all I read something wrong. I charged my battery again. Combinations because my phone had changed. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt myself. I just realized something as we get a fourth viewer. Do you know the Lemon Tree by the Fool's Garden? I've never heard of either. There is a restaurant called that. I just was going to say before I kind of restart that song, there's a musician that I follow on here, traveling musician. She's currently in London. I don't know where she's originally from, other than she's Asian. I don't know if she's originally from. It sounds like he's in the back now, so I'm gonna have to put on the AC briefly. He won't know the difference because it's got music CD right now, and then I'll be interrupting him if I come to visit. I know, it's just to keep the air moving. I just don't really want to go. Anywho, I caught her live and I had asked her for that golden one, and but keep suggesting songs. I'll probably know some, and I'm always happy to do requests if I can. I still have to look up that other one, but I forget what one you were asking about the other day that I wasn't familiar with. Anywho, and I got it at the spot in that video. Although it's the same, the other cell phone's upstairs, so it'd be on the same device, and that might distort things. But I have it at that spot in that video where she covered it. First of all, it's just cool to have a female singer to sing with. I don't locally know a lot of musicians that I'm really all that close with at the moment. I was thinking about how I need to get back into the open mic and karaoke scene again, but when you don't drive and you don't like super late nights and really noisy places, I mean, what do, right? Come to YouTube. But she wasn't super confident, or at least she felt like she wasn't super confident with the song, but she gave it a try. I thought she sounded really good. And I did try and ask her. I don't know if she realized what I was asking, but I think she did. I said, "Can I sing this along with you?" I'm very tempted. It was a little bit earlier in the video than I thought it was. I'm very tempted to go get the other phone and do that song again and sing it with her. But actually, I'm a little bit more tempted. She also did a Nelly Furtado song, the only one I know, actually. And that one was fun to harmonize with. There's also a guy that does that song I just did that was quite good. I should, eh? I don't know if I fully feel like I've gotten her permission yet. And I mean, that being said, with that particular song, she probably wouldn't give it because she's being a little hard on herself, I guess I would say, and probably felt like it didn't sound as good as she would like it to, and I disagree. And maybe I should just tell you what to search, because I really don't want to have to leave the screen again when people might come in for the first time, and I kind of get it. Whether it's somebody doing a meditative guitar thing and it's very repetitive, and you want to chat with them and hope that they do your requests or whatever, or not that I hate the guy, or she's away and we're just watching her cat. Like, to me that's only interesting for a few minutes, but she wasn't gone long. But so I don't really want to go upstairs and get that phone. When you get permission, then you should. Yeah. I'm thinking so. By the way, how old are you? Out of curiosity. But yeah, I'm thinking so. But let me just tell you how to find it. Because I might also do one other song that I learned through her and requested that she do it again today. It was the stuff right before these corded sites, but then I moved them to a different window, and so I'm kind of without going to the tab. I mean, I could, but I'd worry that this one would freeze up. It's Acoustic Cat. Hopefully that would be easy to find. Acoustic Cat. I'm guessing her name is Catherine or something like that. And she does that song that I was mentioning at about 1 hour, 20 minutes in. And I have it placed at that. I so want to. But anyway, right now let's go back and try and do Old Phone. I'm noticing that the AC, although I don't think I could really move it that much. It is on wheels, but I'm really noticing it in my face and my eyes. So I might actually just move the laptop over here. There's a lot of stuff on this table right now that I've been meaning to organize. I think I need some help with that, to be honest. And stuff's falling already. I gotta go. Others enjoy the podcast and music. Bye, GC. See you. And try. Thank you for the song. Okay, thank you very much. I mean, I guess you're changing trains. Maybe come back when you're on the next train. We should do some songs about train or by train. But yeah, okay. Let's do this. We got 2 people here still. So Ed Sheeran's Old Phone. I don't know if I'm sitting in a different spot. Let me make this a bit bigger. Now it's going to make me Oh, that's actually the other one I was going to do. I have opened another window. I accidentally opened it. I appreciate your patience. Sometimes it takes me. Oh, I probably didn't need to reload that because it doesn't auto scroll unless you. No, you both left it. Unless you kind of want to wait until I see that somebody's came back or at least somebody's here. Has it really been 45 minutes? Good golly, Miss Molly. But yeah, I think I prefer this way because I'm not quite as directly in front of the thingamajig. The AC. You can't see out that window, right? Wait a minute. Well, I know that that you both enjoy me and appreciate, but maybe you're like, I don't think he's actually ever going to get to this song, and sometimes he talks fast and blah blah. Let's get who knows? Who knows? Could be anything. Where to put the pick? Wow. Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't affect the sound or whatever, but this is the moment. Diddly diddly diddly. Diddly diddly. Oh, I'm just gonna wait till somebody here. Save it for ears. And if anybody sees this after the fact and they're, want to get to that spot, which actually it looks like will be right now, but there's always the option, when I'm not on the screen or I'm saying I'm going to wait till somebody tunes in. There's always the options to skip ahead. I don't know about while live, but I think so. But to the content. So I'm going to do Ed Sheeran's Old Phone now. That sounded funny. But I do have it in my possession, so might as well, right? No, just kidding. All right. I don't want the auto scroll to be too fast. I don't want it to be too slow. I found my old phone today in a box I had hidden away. Nostalgia tried to lead me astray. Maybe I'll make some wrong. I charge the battery again. Never hate you that much. Canceled the change. Opened up and saw a familiar name. Now I wonder where they go. Conversations with my dead friends. All the messages from all my exes. I kind of think that they're best left in the past where they belong. It's probably too slow, but okay. Past where they belong. I feel an overwhelming sadness of all the friends that I don't have left. Seeing how my family has fractured, growing up and moving on. I found my old phone today. Arguments that I tried to keep at bay. The ones who loved me, I just pushed them away. Not all of them, but couldn't tell the difference from the leeches. I don't even know what that means really, but okay. My closed hand still holds on me, but I'm open. If I'm open, I get smaller day by day. I can't tell if it's pleasure or pain. Keep me within my remit. What is a remit? Sorry. Conversations with my dead friends, messages from all my exes. I kind of think that it was best left there in the past where maybe it belongs. I'm feeling overwhelming sadness about the friends I do not have left. Seeing how my family is fractured, growing up and moving on. I found my old phone today, but full of the love that's so full of hate. I put it back inside there from whence it came. Nothing good will come from regretting conversations with my friends, messages from all my exes. Kind of think maybe it was best left in the past where it belonged. Feeling overwhelming sadness, all the friends I do not have left. Growing up and moving on. Found my old phone today. Does it really end on an E? That didn't sound great, right? But anyway, we have nobody here, but I did see the section of that "Sorry, but I" behind the other window that I had, and she's saying "have to leave," and I believe she means great singing. Okay, so I appreciate it. Now, I don't know. This one is a little bit maybe risque, so maybe it's best to do it, when there's not somebody currently here, and if they come in partway through, then they do. Playboy and Bridget Bardot showed me things I didn't know. Did it right there. Hold on a minute. Put it 90 inside a minute. I'm in the hallway waiting. Yeah. Please go send my go-go boots. I just want to make a move. So sit down and snooze. I just want to get oh yeah, 'cause I didn't. Yeah, no, I never thought of you. I'm shook up, baked down, burnt out. Baby, why don't you come over? Champagne super Nova falling into me. I don't hate you. Never to all that falling into me. I like what you like. Long hair, type, that's right. Just call me. Wanna? Maybe I will, because I really wanna. I wanna get to know, oh yeah. Yeah, fell in love with the thought of you. Chucked up, burnt up, face down and burnt out. Baby, why don't you come over? Better to over, falling into me. I don't care if you're alive. Better to over, falling into me. Back in my house, I got a California baby. Keep it moving. And hurts like magic, and I got it on here. Baby, why don't you come over? Red one supernova, fall right into me. Someone says, no, she's kind of lesbian, but red one supernova, fall right into me. And nobody's here. Okay. So does that mean keep rolling or not? That's the question. To meet someone new, to get closer with one of the regulars, to get closer with one of the ones we're already kind of familiar with. Welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, feel free to say it's your first time. If you have a song request, feel free to make it. Maybe have rules. Make it. Anyway, just kidding. Come tomorrow. I was going to do this, actually. Maybe I'll look at some of these very quickly. I need some lights, baby. Lights, camera, action. Pete, please. So I've done about 3 or 4 songs. I'd like to do some more. I just don't know what ones I want to do. So if you have a song request, feel free to put it in the comments. Welcome. And yeah, curious if you're first time seeing the channel, how you found it, and as in like how you came across it, and if you'd like to say where you're watching from. Yeah, maybe make, if you're like, I don't know which one I want to request, maybe suggest a few, because I might not know 1 or 2 of them. But I am pretty diverse musically, and I like a lot of stuff, so I might. I struggle to think of them, and I've been noticing it a lot lately. I don't know why it is, but it is. If it's not the person that was just here, basically I played a few songs. I'm waiting for some song requests. The other 2 did have to leave. They were here for a little while. And I'm needing song ideas to cover. Some people really just don't seem to like that question. And I guess if they figure they're the only one here, they're like, well, I can't think of any, and nobody else is going to be here giving them, so this could take a while. I got things to do. But it might not take a while. And can't your things wait? Just kidding. Kidding. Pop at these drinks. What's the thing to my shot? Baby, that it is. Triptide. That's the song I'm thinking of. So if you have a song request, anything can sound good on any instrument, really. If the performer is good and the song is good, and there's no real rules as far as that goes musically. But if you can think with your left or whatever, they're like, why am I getting a music lesson? Because I'm destined to give one, more than one. But, Well, the door is closed if she was to holla. Holla, holla. Um, I think it's just too cool and windy to go for a bike ride today, especially near the water. I think it's, yeah, something I wanted to do, hopefully, because I also have another thing I'd like to go out and do this week. Hopefully, we get some warm weather still. Of course, things are starting to cool off, but hopefully we do. I think we will. I think we will. Fall's only starting. So there's probably still a little bit of summery, or maybe not summery weather, but Threw myself into the golden. Yeah, it's not so bad down there because I don't play down there. Very few people do. Like Ray at the lowest, the highest rather frets. I don't see it very often. I don't feel so bad about being a bit more quieter when no one's here now because no one's here, and anybody that came in at the beginning heard my suggestion and knows that I'm probably waiting and has gotten a good amount of content for this video, probably. Of course, I won't argue if you want even more. I might if you don't, but yeah, it's not necessarily stuff from my fingers as much as it is the alkaline or whatever of the strings. So should we go on my neck next? Oh, was that just in my head, but out loud? Thinking out loud. Well, it's better than it was. Yeah, it was nice. I didn't have to wait very long for anybody to come in. Kind of in the mode, as even though I'm a bit tired, I'm kind of in the mode now, though, and now nobody's here. But I'm watching for you. Keep my eye out for you. Here's looking at you. Here's just general talk to you. It's already into it, so I don't want to find something I don't like. If we both dislike something to the same degree, and we watch that back and we decide, but otherwise, okay, so. Wow, it's been a really long lull of quietness. I won't let that go on for too much longer. If it does, I'll probably just wrap up. I got some routine things to do shortly, but not quite yet. I know this wouldn't be the most lovely thing to, or the most amusing whatever thing to sit and watch at this point, but nobody's here, so it doesn't really hugely matter. I don't think. He just fits for a short neck. It's okay. It's nice to keep a video rolling, while I can and feel up to it when there's been activity because some people judge whether they're going to like it on how it's doing. Again, I don't think they should. I think they should decide themselves and maybe give some love to the quieter channels. But some people are like, especially if they see how many views, but sometimes the numbers aren't accurate. But if they're like, but if they see activity, then I just wish that there wasn't so often the glitch of the live chat not displaying afterwards. Some people may be happy about that because it's kind of like a bit more kind of anonymous and private then, but and still they can contribute. But yeah, sometimes it shows, often it doesn't. Don't know why, but it's the case. Both these stars are showing their age on here too. Okay, so we have somebody. There was 2 or 3 people here for a little while, and I did a few songs. I'm still kind of feeling like doing more songs. So, and the viewer left. Didn't you just see how excited I got when you got here? Just kidding. They're like, yeah, you don't even know me. All the more reason to be curious. They didn't say that, but I'm saying it. And that counts for something, I think. I'm very tempted to just wrap up. But there certainly is a part of me that okay. There is a part of me that, I mean, we can make music with each other, me and the other person in the home, like music, uh, you know, even if we're not podcasting, but, we're performers, we're talented, so why not put it on the internet as well, you know, do both at once. And it's a weekend, so he's more available to join me. And life is sometimes short. So, you know, enjoy that we do that. We should enjoy being able to do that with each other, um, and sharing that. So, you know, you never know in life sometimes. So I kind of don't want to put it off because it's been a while. It feels like since we've done much of it. So yeah, it's a weekend. So I happen to have with me someone who, a very talented piano player and flutist, especially. We got 2 of you here. Welcome. And I'd like to do some music with them, but I've done a few songs and I'm stuck on ideas as to other songs to do. So, and then you both leave. Looked like they were going to stay, and then they both went away. I could do that one, but I don't know if I'd want to do that. And I just did Old Phone. I don't know if I'd want to do that with G, because it's kind of sad. It's kind of a sad song, but maybe I'll do it with me. Then maybe there'll be a couple people here that want to suggest songs to do with G. And then after that, I'll call it a day. Just kidding. Whatever. No, they get kind of dry or whatever. With that thing being on. Or maybe I'll turn it off. I just feel like I need to get warm if I do. I think you will. Sometimes I want to do it different, but you change things and things happen. Maybe look through it like that. Just so I'm going to do the ever popular Die with a Smile. I know it is kind of a deep, sad song. The viewer left. You could have just grabbed your Kleenex and felt the feels. You didn't have to run off just because I said that. But I know a lot of people love this song. So I don't hate it. So I'm going to do it. And then I don't know what after that. I wish I did, but I don't. But I had this open in one of the windows, and it'd be nice to do it and then be able to close it. So it's actually a very interesting combination. I don't know. It'd be great. Maybe I'll wait to ask it till after I do it in case there's somebody watching that knows. It's a very sad song. I mean, I kind of want to at least say, when somebody tunes in, as they have, you might be familiar with this song. You might even love it. You might not be familiar with this song. You might even love it. But you probably feel some feels, so grab the Kleenex. Welcome if you've never been here before. Curious if you have or not. And if you have any song requests, specifically, and you left. And if it was just to get the Kleenex, again, you didn't, well, maybe like I don't want to give him the wrong impression that I'm sitting on the screen. I have to go find a box of Kleenex. So hopefully he's going to wait for me, or at least still be playing it when I come back. Who knows? Maybe, right? We can hope. I mean, I have some just over there. I mean, you could have just asked. Pass it through the screen. Just kidding. Actually, I have some in my pocket too, I think. And I just put them there recently. But anywho. I'm going to go get that other pillow, though, for my back. And then I'll be back. I was wondering that not going to be. But I mean, I was warm even with the just in the t-shirt. Ugh. I realize I have a couple different sweaters going on. That music is louder than I thought it was outside. This is actually kind of a hard one to do just because I have been through a lot of people's passings away. Thankfully, I've not been, well, kind of my grandmother, but mostly I haven't been, like you ever have, but no, I think that was after, well, not like seeing her last breath, before and after though. But, it's such a hard topic for everybody. And, we can certainly talk about it, but I don't know if I really want to sing about it. I guess that's really what it is. This is where, I mean, everybody's got their own style and their own reasons, and you got to, you know, accept that and do that. But I'm just thinking of somebody I started recently following on here on YouTube, and how he plays. Not to say much about him, and I'm just kind of starting to, if he's the one that just tuned in, but he plays meditative guitar. When it's quiet, when people aren't actively sending messages or they're slowed down, I'm sitting here quiet, waiting, and it's kind of like that would have been a good moment to have done something like that. I just don't really do something like that. I don't really play guitar that way. I know I got a kind of a crash course in that. Huh. What about that? Speaking of, again, it. I'm hoping it's not a trigger, and if it is, we can deal with it. But yeah, I don't know. I was just reminded of something, but I'm thinking maybe not. Um, a band, but yeah, I just don't. I don't do that, and I honestly don't think I enjoy playing it that much. Listening to it, when I'm in the right mindset, when I'm in the right headspace or whatever, or really feeling like really it's the kind of thing that my system knows that I need, then sure. But anywho, I feel like I want to wrap this up with 2 or 3 more songs. I don't know what they're going to be yet, so stay and find out, and along with me, by requesting something. Um, and you left. Um, he's kind of doing something else anyway, but he's got to be almost finished out there. Um, although I would like to give him the satisfaction of knowing he did do some podcasting today, but not right before bed, especially on a Sunday night of a non-long weekend. I mean, there's time afterwards, but that would probably be. I feel like there would be time, but sometimes the evenings go quick. So I think now is probably the best time if you have a song request. To feel there's only one person here, and you left. And I hope it wasn't someone that came here earlier and came back and heard me saying the exact same thing. It's because there was 2 people here for a while. One I'm somewhat familiar with on here. One just as of the other night. They both left, and so nobody's chatting and suggesting stuff. And what was that? Okay, and yeah, so you know, I do have an idea though. Although I know it's the right now, but I do have a bit of an idea, perhaps. Let me poke out my head. Well, at the same time, I kind of don't really want to run with it until I know that there's somebody here that might want to stay and listen to it. Like, I don't want to say, how about we do this? And then, you know, he's ready and comes in to do it and nobody's here to hear it anyway. I mean, again, we would still enjoy doing the music together. And, in some ways it would almost be a preference if people that came next, if anybody didn't stay super long while rolling live, because we do kind of want to get on with the day. And we hate to leave when there's somebody here. I mean, unless we really have to go off the screen, and I'm just putting something in the recycler. And we are kind of expecting possibly someone just to drop by and visit. Let me know. Normally, we don't really. Normally wouldn't really like that, but it's going to be much busier when school gets back in, and enjoy her company. And I only have her number in a device that no longer works, but I do know one of her relatives who was hopefully going to pass along how to reach me, or vis-a-vis. Her dad's too old-fashioned. I wrote down his number the other day. It was saved in the other phone. But I think if I was to ask him for it, I'm not sure if they're close, and if they are, he probably says I don't think I should give that out without asking. Which, of course, then is saying, can you ask then? But, I should be hearing from something. But so just in case she stops by, although it looks like I slightly opened that door, but the open screen door seems to have closed again. Unfortunately, our doorbell doesn't work, but I did tell her that if she remembers it. But well, maybe she'll be like, I think I hear music. Is it coming from the back? In which case, she might. Nobody's here right now, so I guess. But somebody might see this part afterwards. I don't know. Somebody's doing fitness on the back deck. Let's just say that, and not very, very much. But she might actually not mind. However, the guy who would be a little bit more open to that would be me. Where was someone to hear that greatness? Yeah. I'm going to roll for at least 2 or 3 more minutes, see if anybody else tunes in. Otherwise, maybe I will just wrap up. But like I say, I really would love to do a bit of music with the other person in the home, homie G, and have a bit more in this podcast. But if people don't want to stay long enough to give requests, then kind of hard to do it. I'm actually kind of wondering if I should change it. What she'd probably say, play whatever you want. I know it'll be good. And it's like I'm asking specifically for requests because I don't know what I want to play. Thanks for your help, kind of thing, or not. I don't think that's hearable from outside or from inside. I'm not entirely sure, but the door's not open that much, and the screen isn't open, so I don't know if closing the door more fully would cover it because I am feeling like sitting quiet until somebody sit pretty good. All them days and give it all away. Oh yeah, I saw somebody online that goes by Frank Mercury. And if people say I heard somebody mention them on your YouTube video, all I did was say his name. And yes, there's maybe not a lot of people that go by that, but I don't think it was his real name, but like Freddie's. But if you're a diehard Cream fan and you have the FR in the first part of your name and maybe your last name's similar, I mean, maybe you might. I don't know. I'm not going to say where he's from or anything else really about him, but other than that, his dog is his lifeline. So, I'd like to do a couple more songs in this video. If you'd like to suggest something, I'd sure appreciate it because I can't think of anything at the moment. I like a lot of stuff, and if it's something you think would specifically sound cool, I guess not. You left. There's a song that I almost makes me think of. It almost makes me think of. I don't really like the band name that much, and I don't know. I sang it not long ago, actually. Whistle, baby, don't you know? But I want to roll for another 15 minutes because the next five I probably would. I'll be right back. I mean, I almost want to have the radio on, but one person's video here, but even though he didn't just second time, I still don't know why. But maybe he didn't. I don't know how I would have noticed it. And it came right after. Maybe it's just like you know, it was not long, but like I said, I think he was educated and smart. But maybe he was about to read it, and then something came up from where his phone died, and hopefully he'll come back and see it. But and also check out this channel sometime, and I look forward to seeing. Oh, it's been right 4 hours there, but I've only watched about half hour of it. But he had the radio playing, he was dancing and singing along to it, and again, but that was while it was live. Did YouTube catch it later and complain to him? And lately, it seems like they do allow it, but then the royalties still go to the already rich and famous musicians. I don't know if this guy called himself a musician. I do, but he was singing. I think he was singing, or was he just dancing? Either way, it was lovely. I don't know. Eminem not motivated, but I do think it's a good idea that Zara gets a rocket. I do think so because he's been up there for a while, and he's probably going to get a little stir crazy otherwise. Um, and it might be raining later. No, I don't think it was supposed to rain. I think it's just supposed to be a mix of sun and cloud. It's mostly been sunny and big clouds, but not like rain clouds necessarily. And but very windy, very windy. And mixing the two worlds, I don't know, but it could be cool. So I'm looking for some song ideas. I might have a bit of an idea. I don't know. And the beer left. That's nice. Just sounds like last name first. And maybe that's because it is. Who knows? So um, I'm looking for some ideas of songs that might specifically sound good with flute. We also got particular. Um, I'd like to get a pet peeve off my chest for a moment. I think actually is what I'd like to do, and it'd be lovely if an admin, especially to non-YouTube stuff, came in. I don't like how a lot of groups. This one even says no religion, and I've covered that topic a little bit lately in a respectful way. So I think that's when it's okay to do it, or how it's okay to do it, both. But um, this group says no self promotions. If you believe in what you're doing and you believe that it has, that it's bringing goodness and worthwhile, I don't see why not. Fortunately, one other person has commented the post since and didn't offer to chat on live stream. But I guess we'll see. But this guy just felt like he was very in his head in this one group I'm in, and was wondering if anyone was around to chat. And he only posted it a couple minutes ago, so I said, "Yeah, I'm actually rolling live on YouTube right now, and here's what the channel's about." And I didn't say it forcefully either. I said, "If you'd like to chat there, either way, feel free to message me." So wherever you prefer. Very interesting image, cover image. It's kind of unique, so I don't know if I should show it. Has a meme lord's badge. What the heck does that mean? And 36 others. They're links. Um, and then, so yeah, if you have a song request, feel free to put it. Okay. Well, you must have subscribed, although sometimes it. Hi there. It's kind of rather you say for a bit, but whichever you're able to do, I am appreciative. Thing is that I'm probably going to be wrapping up soon. I've been rolling for a little over an hour and a half, and it started off with a couple of fairly familiar YouTubers in the chat, but they both had to leave, and it's been a little quiet, a little bit head gamey at the top ever since. So I know that he said he watched one of the videos, so I must have linked it to him. I just don't see it. But yeah, song requests that would specifically sound good. Okay. I'm sorry if it's the same person that keeps coming in every time they get. I already said why though. Um, I don't know if the other way is fine, but change is there a logo. My friend came in, said something very briefly. I mentioned that I was rolling. He says, "I'll tune in a bit," but it is online, but not in the messages anymore. Arrgh. Especially because I'm in need of a chatty companion at the moment. And he's never seen any of our videos live, but it sounds like, and possibly for the first time, I'm not sure. It sounds like recently he did come across one of the videos, skipped ahead a little bit, watched some, and he said he'll put it under one of the videos, but just I was gonna say toot my own bugle, but he's the one tooting it for me. Yugi was so wrong where he says if you don't toot your own trumpet, who's gonna toot it for you? Cool people, that's who. People that see the reason for doing it. Basically says were but are amazing. You did well. I think you should get on Twitch TV, but I don't know what that is. I really like how you explain diversity and your take on is positive. You're great. That is very nice to see. I don't know about this other guy though that I commented to anyway, because although he did heart the comment, he only has two wall posts showing. That may be a setting thing, but still, because we've been through a pandemic and just because this site's been around for a while and he has 269 friends, so he's been on it for a while. I would imagine he's updated his. Well, it's only two cover photos updates that it's showing, but what about profile photos and all that? Like he just doesn't have much content. And it says they can't message this account. Rare scan. So I'm feeling very mixed, even though he hearted my offer in my comment. I've never messaged him yet, and yeah, it's anyway. But song requests that would sound good with flute, piano, or whatever, man. Liking to be around people, even when there's no to little interaction, is an interesting point someone's making. Sometimes sit on a four-seat table in Costa, hoping someone will ask if they can sit there. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that guy follow my channel because I'm feeling too mixed about him. But this one, speaking of cover photos, sure has an interesting cover photo. Boots and legs up on a table. Anyway, speaking of not that, or maybe depending on what song you might want to request, um, something that sounds. And I'm sorry if it's the same person that came and keeps hearing it. Whatever. I don't mean to make my friend feel bad, but if he sees the end of this later, if he's just curious, or goes to the middle and watches to the end, he's gonna be like, "Oh man, I wish I had been there. This is brutal, man." Brutal that there's nobody here enjoying it. What's wrong with them? Why don't they stick around? And I would wonder the same. But yes, so basically, I'm sorry if you've heard me say this before in this video, but at the moment it's just really quiet. It was chatty. It's quiet now. I kind of want to do a couple more songs, and so I'm looking for suggestions that would sound good with. He's still upstairs, but yeah.
Well, if he's in his crate, I think that's
No,
actually.
he's been there for more than an hour. He's not going to stay settled for the evening.
Yes, he will. No, well,
I don't. It might also rain later. Who knows? I
It's
really
not
think you should do it
supposed to.
now.
What I prefer to do is do some talking after I have a nap and then walk him afterwards. That way I can take the ball with me because he missed having that this morning.
It's right here right now. Well, and well. Okay, I mean, and okay, maybe it's a sign because even though it already reloaded. Oh no, here it is. Because although I don't think it's what you do with that. I don't know. This is both assigned to chalk and to play piano, as far as I'm seeing this picture. And somebody did just tune in, so I will say it once more in hopes that you might put a song request. Things are just a little quiet at the moment. We're looking for piano, flute, guitar, vocal songs you'd like to hear, and you laugh. And I really don't want to take much more of this. I mean, it was going well, but the only thing is that someone that I know of did say you could tune in a bit. So I don't know how long a bit is, but that would be really handy. But anyway, I am tired though. Rolling for almost 2 hours, ready for a nap very soon.
Okay, well that's.
And I just don't want to have to shove them in that thing because it's like, okay, I just got out of the crate and now you're going to lock me in this room again.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. After our nap, we'll take him.
If not, I'll have to lay around waiting. So, but somebody did just tune in. So if you'd like to play a song, no, they left. Never mind. Yeah. Man, some people's attention span. I don't know what it is, but it's other than annoying. But 2 regulars were here near the beginning. I was hoping that you might be able to join and get podcasting, a little bit earlier in the day here, but hopefully after the nap at some point before late you might. But so much, so hit and miss. Either just well or it's like crickets. Yeah, and the friend I was talking about now hasn't been active for 9 minutes online. So did he even say a little bit or just a bit? But then again, define a little bit. Tune in a bit. Oh, we got 3 people here. How exciting after being quiet for a little while there. So, yeah, I was going to think Irish songs. If you can combo flute and piano. We've held one's attention with the excitement. Flute and piano together. Wait till you see this. And then feel free to make song requests. And I think I hear the dog making. Oh, no, they left. Sorry to get you. That's not. Oh, but either came back or somebody else is here. So wait till you see this greatness. I was thinking the Irish book, but okay.
I'm just doing this remembering.
Okay, is it in the Irish book? I saw you have an Irish book.
No, it's not in the Irish book. It's in the Scottish book.
Scottish, Irish, just kidding. Anyway, I didn't want to kind of get into that
say that to the Scottish
topic. No, I just know that I like to be lucky, and I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish, but I wish that I was Irish. They left, but hopefully they'll be back. Or else. Maybe this would bring Could have been for good reason. Or else. Hoping this might Shaman Stila, but I don't know if you know it. Burt Lancaster?
I gave it a full run through.
Isn't he a TV host?
No, he was an actor.
Cast or something.
Burt Lancaster. He was
Burt
manly.
Reynolds.
You can tell he was manly
Because he's a man.
He wore.
He's a man.
He's got tassels.
What
Oh, 2 likes. That's nice. I just noticed this.
Sorry?
Of course, those are 2 likes for Colton there.
Hey, okay, nobody's here. Don't be too specific about anything. But what are you saying?
Oh,
What were you saying though, other than names and
yeah.
things? No, I guess I can look back, but I don't know if I so much stuff on
I'm
YouTube.
just commenting that he was so rugged and masculine. He is wearing leather. It's got tassels and things. He's got a dog. He's got a kid. He's got a rifle. He's got a wife. A lot more. I'm being ironic or something here. Anyway, the Kentucky.
And then after that one, from this one, I just have to run upstairs quickly.
Tex Lancaster production, the Kentuckian of all things.
Summon
Released
Sheila.
through United Artists. Copyright 1950.
You don't think? No, who cares?
Nobody cares.
But that means that it's in the public domain.
No, not. It could be, but probably isn't because they.
Well, it's a song that's probably fallen to the wayside, so they should just be happy about bringing it back.
Oh no!
You hear that, YouTube algorithms? Whatever they're called.
The YouTube algorithms never get me for
telling you tune your uke.
Pop music.
Huh?
The YouTube algorithms never get me for piano renditions of.
I was sure that they did.
It is. No, always for classical or ragtime. Try singing this for the first time. No, maybe not for definitely first time in a long time. I see the darling in each spray of summer sunlight. I see the darling in the leaves that fall. I see them walking in the rainy April sadness and It's been sung better. You got the idea. See, my darling, it's way up summer sunlight. See, my darling, in the leaves that fall. What are you looking for?
No, he got on the couch and saw the thingy.
Oh,
I'm hoping he realizes that I didn't go on the shelf here. Hopefully he thought I did put something on the stairs.
I see.
I know it.
3 coins in the fountain. Yeah, I played it. Anything that's in that big pile on top of the piano there, I've played at least once.
Okay.
Three coins in the fountain, each one seeking happiness. Oh, my voice. Thrown by 3 open lovers, which one will find mountain bread? 3 hearts in the fountain. 3 hearts in the fountain. Oh, yeah. Each heart longing for its home. Never fade lion. I'm sorry.
Huh? What?
Too many friends with gruesome senses of humor.
And none of them are here.
Thankfully, Steve, he's no longer here. Robin still is. But three hearts in the fountain. There they lie in the fountain.
No, well, I mean, it just means like 3 people with hearts splashing about.
I know, it's just what happens when you take things just a little bit too literally.
Or even that early. He sounds like he's wanting the thingamajig soon.
I still say it'd be better to give it to him after the walk.
No, he's out now. He's eager.
I know. Oh no, he's just. He'll do it. He'll have a nap.
Move aside and get him ready. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, it's time for me to make a muscle. No, not just.
Yeah, I want to sit down, man. Leg is sore.
Too. Oh, he wants to sit down. His leg is
Can you make it faster?
No.
Speedy?
No.
I feel like we blind them with that thing, by the way.
I still want to do some chopping.
Yeah. Well, walk the dog, do the thing to do, and we'll call it a day. Like Sunday, you know. Sorry, our dog's just getting ready to go for a walk, I'm pretty sure. So he's a little bit noisy in the background. And I'm looking at, I've selected 4 from the pile, 5 that I don't know, and 1 I kind of know. And I'm going to try it, I think, but I'm going to wait until there's somebody here. It's got a lot of fast chord changes, even though I didn't think it was a fast song.
No.
And I don't know if it's the kind of thing I play very often. I don't really know the verse either.
Oh, just one on the track. Sorry, I have to go back to
Actually, sitting here to just have my back and my leg. I really just want to nap, actually. It's an easy one to do. And I've added something into the mix of 2. Tired. Where's everybody anyway? You know, I'm happy to get the comments after the fact, you know, because the live chat doesn't always show. So I'm tempted to tell my friend, you know, I do prefer that. But then I'm also not quite ready to wrap up, but I need some song ideas. I do have one in front of me, but I've never played it. I have heard it a lot, but it's been a while. And it's not really the style I play very often, but let's just give it a try here. Now we ain't got a barrel of money. Maybe we're ragged and bunny, but we'll travel on, singing a song, side by side. Don't know what's but I don't like that lyric. So, do you have a song request? I'm happy to do it. Pretty much, I do a lot of music. I'm pretty diverse. I just struggle to think of ideas. The flutist is home, the classical pianist, but I don't do classical. The only way I can kind of do classical is to like do vocal, even if they're not words, and a lot of them don't have words, do vocal things with it, like you know, that kind of thing. We got one of the 2 of you still here, and yes, I look forward to maybe doing one of your song requests. So put them in the chat. And probably wrap up soon. I've been rolling for a while. Okay, you left. And you look like you were going to stay too, but maybe your phone died or something. Maybe it wasn't poisonal. You're like, I hate that ask for song suggestions. I'm never good at giving any. Get better at it and then come back with a list of songs ready to request. That is one thing about keeping the music playing kind of as you're speaking, is it kind of doesn't necessarily make it musical, but it's a bit more nice to hear. People can tell you're talented. But if I'm just making it up on the spot, I don't know if it'll be good or not. See, I heard a certain note in my head, but didn't play it. This is maybe what's his face was on about last night. Maybe is handy. But I don't know. Can he read music? Possibly not. Well, maybe. I shouldn't, you know. I thought that he said he doesn't, but no, maybe that was somebody else. I like that combo. wish to know. What note is that? Da, da.
Hey.
No, I thought so, but ah, I just needed to sing it a little bit louder or something. That's a really neat combination of chords. Make sure you close the door again. No, it's not B. That's kind of cool. I do understand doing kind of repetitive music, whether it's based on a scale or not, and really getting into it. But still, after a few rounds of it, I start to feel, even when I'm doing it, I start to feel it's too repetitive. You know, I don't want to say that it's I'm a substance kind of person, but because I'm not saying that the other stuff doesn't have substance, but doesn't have much. Maybe that's what it is. I swear that this progression is in a song. Actually, I just don't know what it is. Can you name this tune for me? What this sounds like? I'd appreciate it. It's been a little active. It's been a little quiet. We got one of you here, and welcome to make song requests. It's very similar to a song that I know would be very popular right now. Given Ozzy's recent passing, not that I'm a diehard Ozzy fan, but not that I am not. I learned this song recently, and I quite enjoy it. And then it would be a great one to put me into La La Land, but that might not happen right after. That's definitely a bit. is my light shirt. I don't want nothing heavy. I just want something light and airy. But I don't know where it is. So. Outside. Actually, you know, I haven't known this song very long, but I think that G did join me on the flute. One of the first times that I covered it once I learned about it. So it's a little bit chilly in here, but I don't want to put on anything too heavy. So, okay, it's loaded. But is it going to auto scroll the first time? Yeah, it is actually. Now I'd just like to see somebody tune in. And then I'll bring this up in front of it and not pay attention to whether they're commenting or leaving or whatever until after. This is a popular song right now because of a famous performer's passing. This is Dreamer by Ozzy Osbourne. One of his more mellow stuff, which he did do sometimes, apparently. He even did a Beatles song once. Okay. It's actually C.A., but outside. Wonder, will mother survive? Hoping that mankind will stop using her sometime. After all, there's only just two of us. I think that means human race and Mother Earth. Maybe. Fighting for our life, watching all of history repeat itself time after time. If you have song requests, feel free to make them, but I think I only know a couple other audio songs. Yeah, I know, but I could be wrong about that, but to my knowledge. So other songs would be better. It's not a dreamer. Dreams a better day. Watch the sun go down on every one of us. Hoping that the dawn will bring us a better place for those who come after this time. 'Cause I'm a dreamer, I dream of life away. I'm a dreamer who dreams of better days. was somebody there, but once I minimized that window, it said one for like a second and then left. So that was a little odd. But perhaps it's better that nobody's here right now. And if my friend sees this, hopefully we have a good enough connection that we can accept if we believe differently or whatever. But I, for the last while in this video, I didn't know what the last song was I was going to do, and that may not be it, but it's going to be one of the last, and it might will be it. And he's coming back in at a very interesting moment, as I'm about to thank the late Ozzy Osbourne for suggesting that song to me. I didn't fully realize that it may have been a suggestion until I do now. I do channel the other side. I have occasionally channeled celebrities, rarely, but I have. People would say, "You think you remember everything?" Robin Williams, but I think I did. But it was just one time. It wasn't a lot said. No, that was him. But he was not really a quiet one. But I don't think it was long after he passed away. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. And then Betty White, B. Arthur, who said, watch those directors. They can really be hard to work with sometimes. That's one thing I remember her saying. Bowie, of course. So there's so much I like him. Princess passed away, right? Yeah. And thank you. And maybe one or two other. Well, distantly in the blended family, I'm related to Conway Bain from Different Strokes, which I actually have the theme song open on right now. And I actually thought that might be a good one to do with G. I don't really know it. Let me see. What does it look like? I'm going to bring it in its own tab so I can go back to the one that I had open. But yeah, so I don't know. Aside from making the suggestion, does he have anything that he'd like to put into this podcast? I don't know. It's a bit distracting behind me, and I'm tired. And wouldn't you be after rolling for 2 hours? I was hoping he was going to do the thing, but he's just going in and out of that door and sitting there now. But he might just be putting on his shoes. I should let him do a little bit just in case it does cloud up and rain later. But basically, he's just saying, "Hey, man, Ozzy Osbourne, nice to meet you. This is cool. We can talk like this. So, you're one of my fans? Were you, one of my fans? And dare I say the truth? Hey, man, it's all good. We all like the music we like as long as we're liking music that matters to us and matters to other people, and we share that. That's what's most important. Thank you for covering the song. You did it nicely. Rock on." So I appreciate that. It says, "Hey, pup," to our dog over there. He says, how do I leave you home? Oh, you want to leave already? No, he wasn't my type of performer. He was like, again, we all like what we like, And again, I don't hate him. He was known to be very eccentric, right? And I thought he was known for really heavy music. Not that I don't do hard rock or wouldn't do hard rock. I guess I thought he was known for like metal, which I don't do. But he's like, you don't have to explain unless you're saying it on your video. Not everybody is going to be everybody's cup of tea. So and that's ironic because I have a video the other day. So he says, just remember that, appreciate those that do enjoy what you do. Keep doing it. Never give up. And you'll go far. And, if I was to respond to that, I'd say, you know what? Yes, I do appreciate the ones that always appreciate, and new ones come along. And, it helps when you put it out there. That does help to find them, because if you don't, but it's not like I didn't used to or whatever, And the thing of the matter is that I just am sometimes surprised when it doesn't reach more, and that. And I forget. About the going far. If you just keep doing it part. I don't know. I'm not where I'd like to be with it. I'd like to be further with the music. And lots of people are famous as cover artists or whatever. I would be, but just don't give up. Okay, just don't give up. And I'm here with Norm, by the way, just so you know. He brought me. Interesting. I didn't know that guy had passed away. I didn't know him very well because yes, I have telepathic messages sometimes. And they're positive and they're healing and they're interesting. Um, and it was a guy I didn't know very well, but he'd met Ozzy in an airport, I believe. He also met Steven Tyler in a bar. He claimed his wife was a nurse for celebrities, so he must have lived in the States at one point in time. And I met him locally, and he was up there in age, and possibly not living the healthiest, safest life that he could. So I mean, even when you are though, sometimes life has a way, right, of deciding. I guess sometimes when it's our time, right? But so that's interesting. I mean, because I'm sure he's got lots of people that are would love to, loved ones, many loved ones, many fans, whether they channel or not, and so. But he came to me, and so it kind of does make sense that Norm brought him for a little visit. So that was cool. Okay. It seems like it's not quite nap time yet. We tried nap at the same time. So just that makes sense. So that kind of keep it a routine. So I look like I'll be rolling for at least another 15 minutes and trying to keep awake. Viewers can energize me sometimes, so hopefully they come in and do so. But yeah, do I know this song? Now the world don't move to the beat of. I feel like I listened to it just the other day. Let me try it. Close that door, please. Thank you. I'm going to move some of this stuff here because I'd rather have it front on. One, because it's less far, and two, because I would. Oh, okay. Okay. But yes, it is unfortunate because that I don't know how well known that Aussie song is, and then a town, but certainly lots of people are thinking about him right now, and that would have been really great to have had some. But I guess at the same time, a lot of people, if they hear this, they're probably thinking, but why are you complaining? It sounds like Ozzy Osbourne heard it, and who better? Who better? And that is true. So. The world don't move, just one drum. Might be right for you. That might be right for you, might not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. But their genes, what? Different strokes, move the world. I like this song. I just have to listen to it again, I think. But let me try this one. Or do I? Yeah, I like the message in it, so why not? Just wish I could bring it up to the first search result, but first I have to land on the results and then select the search result, and my browser's being slow. Okay, I don't know about the band name. I'm so tired. I can't sleep. Standing on the edge of something much too deep. Why do you feel so much? Another Canadian very simple. Hi, Marguerite. And Dad, I'm remembering what you said. Yes, yes, there's nobody here. I wish this thing was easy. It's high. It's not as high as a keyboard might go, though. I wish it would. I could play it standing, but I don't think that would be very easy. I could try it. But I feel like it's a lot. Maybe it's the kind of stretch I need, though. He was here. Yeah, for almost 3 hours, 2 reactions is not very much. But sometimes it's just the way YouTube is. Like that really, really, really long video I saw someone do recently. They only had 20 likes. Like, where's everybody else? And it certainly had more than that in the views. Some videos do very well, and some people's don't. But not everybody rises to the top. In the same way, unfortunately. Why, I don't know, but they don't. Because it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Yeah. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Living easy, living free. Gotta take it for one great day. Hey, mama, look at me. Gonna be there too. All the friends are gonna be there too. Oh, I just realized what song I was singing. They sound very similar. So I am trying to load up chords for. I could do it on my tablet. Actually, I could. Any Sarah McLachlan songs, but which would actually would be good with the flute. And we have done them together, and me and G a while ago. But I don't know who that is. Yeah, but if you stayed a few seconds more, I would have said, or if you'd like to hear something else. But either you came back, somebody else is here. So Sarah McLachlan, or something else. What would you like to hear me play musically? I'm going to go get my tablet because the window I'm rolling in is behaving, but the one I'm trying to bring the music in isn't. And I feel like I have to go for another 15 minutes before we can do the rest of our routine. It's just a bit more loosey-goosey on the weekend. So. But I kind of do like this idea of Sarah M. Oh, so let me see what I can find. Yeah, she's been in my bed. I know she's just trying to spend time with her daughter before her daughter moves. And I can understand that. I mean, yes, there's video call and this and that, and chat and this and that, but I suppose it's true. Nothing beats in person. You know, I would say, and I guess I'm a little bit more used to it these days. I would say that is a great option, alternative, maybe even preferred at times. And it's just nice that it is an option. Um, these days with you know, but at the same time, I guess I get it. I guess I get it. So I haven't reached out to her too much, but come September, she should be hearing from me. And actually, I have sent her a couple things over there. Now the tablet's being slow. I mean, it is a black. Oh, I think I accidentally clicked a web advertisement or something, or it's trying to open one with it. Okay, here we go. I know another one that kind of fits with the one I was just doing, and anybody who does happen to hear that one would probably suggest this other one. I'm just not sure if I am feeling it at the moment. In a few days, it would actually be kind of quite appropriate to do it, but I might kind of lay low on those days. Yeah, I know, right? Find your voice. That's what I want to learn, but I don't know it. I just like the title. But you know what? Doing this kind of thing, which I kind of somewhat often do, is good practice for taking a lot of random requests. I mean, I kind of know her style, so that helps a little bit probably, but I'm going to try this because it sounds lovely. The lyrics sound lovely. And then I'll probably wrap up if nobody's here. And even if they are, I mean, I'm tired. I'd probably just say my other sometimes usual things when such is the case. But let's just try this first. One of those ones that the place head games are just leaves really prickly abruptly. I know this is a lot more of a gap between verses than she intended. But the next part is especially poignant to some people in their lives. I'd like somebody to be here to hear it. And I don't know if I'd say she's got that unique a look that she's recognizable. If you heard her sing, and you're familiar enough with her, you'd know who she was. And that's actually the same for a lot of people, possibly even me. I mean, we all know who Elvis is. Some of those others that are just so recognizable you can't not know them. And if you do, get out from under your rock. Or if you don't, rather. But Sarah, no offense to her, it's her voice that's kind of distinctive. She otherwise looks like your average girl. Pretty brown hair and curls. She's just your average looking girl. But when she sings of angels and of peace, I've done this song for some famous person before. Her voice can melt you to your knees. There's a lot trying to understand them somebody that just briefly. Maybe I should have kept going. That would be an interesting series. I must say, that would be an interesting series idea. I'd probably have to do some prep. And I'd have to, not let out the answer right away. But to write songs, I also had the idea of look out the window, what do you see? But maybe I'll try rolling with this one later. Maybe even this week. To write songs about famous people, maybe I'll just really pay extra close attention as I'm absorbing media. There's a celebrity version of the thing. I just don't know if I recognize any of the celebrities, but maybe. And then write songs about famous people, and then get people to try and guess who I'm singing about. That would be very cool. But let's do this song to wrap it up because I think it's got a good message in it, and I think it'd be a good thing to kind of wrap this up with. Okay. I'm trying to push down. Pay is cheap and the lines are long. I can't get a live voice on the phone. Everyone's in such a rush. No time to stop and enjoy the hush of a quiet world to let you know you're not alone. Oh, it would be such a love. Oh, it would be such a lovely road. We could walk together. Let's find our voice, shout it out from the inside. Let's make a choice to be the change we want to see. And all we choice to find the good moment, shine light for all to see. Peace and harmony. To be kind, but it feels like we're rocking on landmines. Just a step away from bringing on a disaster. Everywhere the pressure builds, the youth have gathered the guilt and the tears, and oh, and everyone and shine their light for all to see in peace and harmony. Yeah, that song. I thought that when it said "'Tis the Season," I thought I didn't know this song really. I thought it's kind of Christmas, but not like obviously Christmas because it's too early for that. I mean, in my opinion. But that was "Find Your Voice" by Sarah M. Now, if you have a song request, feel free to put it. I could possibly try and wrap this up with one or two of your requests, and then I'm tired, and I'm gonna rest. Um, but yeah, I can't think of anything myself, so hopefully something comes to mind from you. And you left, so as I kind of did say, I was thinking maybe I would wrap. Look again, it looked like the person was going to stay. Maybe they wanted to, but they're like, oh, I always hate when musicians or people ask me what music or songs I like because it's just too many. I can't narrow it down, and I get that. So maybe they're like if you don't have any ideas and you're not getting requests from me, then I might as well not stay. I understand that too. You never know if you stayed for a little longer, though, what might transpire. What greatness. But I think that even though there's been only 2 people commenting and liking, and that may not seem like a lot for some, and it isn't a lot. It's true. It's better than nothing, and I appreciate it. Would have been nice if they weren't both here at the same time, maybe, because it would have kind of balanced it out a little bit, but they were, and I'm not really complaining. So I think I am going to wrap this up, though. So let me just quickly check something here. Oh, look at you coming in. Good timing. I guess you simply just didn't say yes, but I can see that you are. So, but, and this is a big but. If the person here, I'm not saying everybody, but I don't care if you do. If the person here that just tuned in has a song request to wrap this up with, put it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I don't have any ideas myself. So. No, you left. Again, it looked like you're going to stay, but you left. So. Stop at the head game, Joe.
Viewers appear and disappear.
Can we end this on a positive note, though?
Viewers.
Is that a positive note? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a positive note.
Sorry?
Viewers came.
Viewers came and viewers went. I have not met yet. I know anonymous is actual first name. The other I don't, but I'm so glad they came. It's a little bit awkward. They're so young, but really good to get hooked on. Greatness out there for others to enjoy. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. I just wish that it felt more like employment, 'cause that's hard to find. Get in line. There was someone there, and I thought of a song, but they didn't care, or they just moved along. I don't like the ending, I'm tired talking about a revolution. Maybe next time. Later tonight. Quite possibly just tomorrow. I'm gonna treat myself. I got a little bit of money. If the weather's nice, it's coming week, I'm gonna treat myself. I don't know if I have much time about this, so it's gonna be another long, arduous aside from here and maybe some chats, not feeling much purpose. So however, what I do have, but I need more, and I hope that it comes soon, and I hope that you relate, that you get the wishes and hopes that you have, that bring you healing, and that you can then bring and put out there to the world to do the same. Because a lot of us in the world need healing, and we all have the power to give it to each other in so many different great ways. And I actually would love to ask that question when I wrap up. So I'm going to wrap up and then do so.